you one story. So coming through Tennessee and Kentucky, there's clearly a shortage of rope or leather or something to tie to harness the dogs, and they see me and they come running. But when we got a call from Bill about this one dog.
Yeah, and remember, I'm on a trike. I'm actually not on a bicycle. I'm on a three-wheel trike.
So he tells us about this dog. He tells us about the fury of this.
They're behind
dog.
me, and they're coming up next, right?
And that this dog chased him clear out of the county.
That's this dog.
Just electric.
This is Jilly and I are terrible. There's no alternative. If you'll indulge me, I'll read you the blog for the day. Furman Melville tells a tale of a whale that was so fearsome as to overtake the mind of one excessive captain. Mary Shelley conjures a monster that has terrified generations. And on this day, Bill Buckley introduces a feral dog that is so naughty it will haunt your nightmares. Unchained dogs have a recurring scourge on this trip. We have found them in all sorts of communities. The dogs have inconceivably excellent hearing and have trained and seem trained and ready to challenge any incursion into their territory. Some have been porch screamers who bark incessantly before chasing. Others are torpedoes, emerging unexpectedly from kennels or back fields, running and barking as they bullet towards us. And the worst are the silent pursuers, who see us as both threatening and delicious, and have no interest in squandering their chances with forewarning. So when we got a call from Bill, who left camp early that morning, about a particular dog on the route ahead, we took notice. Checking the map, there was no route alternative. The dog was in the valley ahead, and we needed to pass through that valley. Conflict was inevitable. Bill's description amplified the anxiety. It was a silent pursuer, the worst. Black in color and utterly unrelenting. By the time that Bill saw the dog, it was almost too late. Bill rides a recumbent bike for which sudden sprint starts are a challenge, but terror can be an efficient motivator. As Bill explains, he strained the limits of his physical abilities and the integrity of his bike to stay ahead of the hellacious hound. Locked in a fight for survival, Bill scorched down the road for a half mile with the beast thundering behind him, and then it caught him. Acting on instinct, Bill thrust his walking stick towards the face of the charging creature, and in the momentary distraction, found his escape. Bill would live. But now it was time for Lee and me to enter the valley. Was its wrath piqued by the encounter with Bill? What would be our fate? Bill gave precise details about the Hellions' location, and Lee and I scavenged the wood for defensive branches, which we held like lances on our handlebars. I proceeded slowly. The creature saw me first and lunged. He was tiny, slow, and adorable. Obviously, this beast had chased Bill with such ferocity and intensity that it lost most of its mass and height. I slowed to a crawl, then turned to see that the tired little scamp had stopped and was wheezing by the roadside. I was not going to wait around for this abomination to regenerate back to the form that Bill had witnessed. I got out of that valley.